Hey guys, I'm Vinny the Knife Guy, and I want to go over how to sharpen knives that have weird bolsters. This is a shoe knife. It feels great in the hand, but it's actually pretty difficult to sharpen. I'll show you a couple different ways that people can, and you can make the best choice of what works best for you. So I have my angle set at 15 degrees with my angle guide for my 1x30 belt sander. So on a normal knife, if there's no bolster on it, you can easily just put the knife up here and just sharpen straight across. Now the problem with this one is that you can only go as far as this bolster right here. So what you have to do is actually tilt like the knife. Let me move this light a little bit more out of the way. So what you have to do is tilt it at this angle, and it could be scary because you can take off more up here and leave yourself an actually a weird rounded off heel. But if you do it correctly, you can gently come up here and then cross over just like that. So here, I'll do it again. So you can cross up here, then come over, and same thing on this side. And with the tracking, I can move the belt side to side. Or another way is you just freehand it. You can freehand it going, so the belt is always coming towards me, so it's edge leading. So again, you can go edge leading this way. So the bolster will not hit, and you can easily come that way. Or edge trailing, and you can see if you're popping up burr up right here. I don't like freehanding it that much because I feel I can be way more consistent keeping the same angle going this way. And I'll take you through the whole process of me doing it in real time. So I'm going to sharpen this in real time. I'm sharpening edge leading at 2000 RPM with a 120 grit belt. This is usually my first starting belt. So you see how far tilted I have to keep that knife. And then I'm adjusting the tracking, so I'm moving the belt over to the left side now. And I'm turning the handle up really high to catch that heel of the knife. And very gently, and we pretty much put a burr on right now. I'm checking to make sure I haven't rounded off the heel of the knife and it's still squared off. And if you accidentally do round off the heel, just sharpen just in front of it, and it should flatten the knife out as well. So I haven't created a burr throughout the whole edge yet. So I'm moving the tracking over a little bit, and it looks like I might have created a little bit of a rounding. So you see me hitting the heel a little bit more. I'm just flattening that out right there. So if I did make a mistake, you can easily correct it by just hitting in front of it and flattening the whole side out. So that is my preferred method using the angle guide, and now I'm going to show you freehanding. So I'm going edge trailing this time, trying to zoom in, and this is easier to sharpen. I just don't like this because it's very tough to keep the consistent angle, especially when you switch to different machines. But I'm maintaining the 15-degree angle, and this is just another way, so I don't want to teach you only one way, and I just want to give you as many options as possible. So we're done with the 120 grit. Now I'm going to take you to my 600 grit Trizact belt. And if you're using two machines, I have this one set up at 15.2, just slightly higher to make sure I'm really hitting the apex since this belt is slightly thinner. So again, I'm only going to use the angle guide on this one. I just want to show that other method of freehanding. So right now, I'm moving the belt over all the way, and I'm only doing light passes here. All you're doing is refining the edge, minimizing the burr, and yeah, we're doing a great job with the 600 grit belt. I'm also going to refine the edge up to 1200 grit. I think 1200 grit is a great belt for Japanese and shoe knives. The cutting performance is fantastic. So it's one extra step that I go for on my Asian knives. On Western knives, I may stick around 600. It just depends. But from my experience, the 1200 works out really well. Now I'm using a 1200 grit belt for more refinement. This isn't necessarily going to make the knife actually sharper. It's just going to interact with the food differently. So this person uses this knife for a lot of fish, so it's going to slice through very, very clean. If you're using this for like tomatoes, it may not dig as well into the skin. So each belt is for its own purpose in that sense. So only a couple light passes back and forth, and then we'll move on to the leather wheel to take off the burr. So right now I'm just checking to make sure the burr is there. We're done, and now on to the leather wheel. I've been experimenting with 2-micron emulsion, and it's been working fantastic. I'm gonna make another video with, I bought a couple of stone wheels, and I'm gonna test white compounds with diamond spray and the diamond emulsion to see which one I like the best. But so far, the leather wheel with the 2-micron diamond emulsion has been working fantastic. I'm using the light to make sure the burr is completely removed, which it is. So now we're on for the paper test cut. So I just want to show that the edge looks really good. It's not rounded over, it's flat right back here. And the edge looks fantastic. We got a very sharp point on it. And for the paper cut test, cutting right through. So we did a very good job sharpening like the knife, even with this weird half bolster right here. So I know this was a little impromptu video. I didn't really have this one scheduled, but this knife just came across my workspace, and I've always had problems sharpening this. So if I had some problems, I'm sure someone else did. And if there's anyone else in the comments that have a great time sharpening these with different methods of how I sharpen, please let me know in the comments. Yeah, these little bolsters, anything, it's tricky with the angle guide. If you can freehand it, you can sharpen it way better, but I just love sharpening on the angle guide. I can get way more consistent angles. So you just have to tilt the knife up with the handle up and then gently rock over. So it does take a little bit of time to master that. I don't think I'm a master at it, but I'm getting pretty good. So if you guys have any questions, please reach out. I'm Vinny the Knife Guy. Have a great day.